Hey there, what's going on, guys? I've got a brand new HG Revive kit here, the Gundam Mk-II AEUG version. This is a 35th anniversary Revive kit of the old HGUC Gundam Mk-II. So I'm expecting very, very great things from this. The RG Gundam Mk-II is one of my favorite RGs, if not my favorite RG. So it's going to be interesting to see how this compares to that. Obviously, this one is not going to have the full inner frame and like as much detail and part separation as the RG. But this does look like it's probably going to be a really cool kit. If it's anything like the Gun Cannon or the RX-78-2 Revive kits, then I think we're going to be in for just a really nice kit. We do also have the Titans version, of course, which we will be reviewing as well after this. This one actually is first in order, so we're going to look at this one first. But the kits, as far as I know, are pretty much exactly the same, except for just some color difference, and I guess maybe the stickers might be different. But as far as the plastic, as far as I know at this point, without having looked in either of the boxes, there's going to be no difference. So first thing is we've got some really beautiful box art here on this. It's really, really nice. This is like on a whole different level of box art from, like, for example, the HG Build Fighters line. While those were just, of course, a totally different style, this, I think, just looks so much better. But again, that's just maybe my own personal opinion, I suppose. Here on the side, we can see this is number 193, getting close to that big 200. And as we recently saw at the Gunpla Expo, we're going to have a big surprise for the 200th kit. We don't really know what it is yet at the time when I'm recording this, but hopefully we find out soon. I'm very anxious to know what that's going to be. Here we can see we've just got some information about this here, front and back images of the kit. I'll paint it up. Looks like really nice here, really nice proportions, obviously really great articulation as well, as we would expect. We've got a beam rifle, a bazooka, the Vulcan pod as well. I've never been a fan of the Vulcan pod. I probably won't use it at all. I'll use it for the review, of course, but after that, probably not. A little bit about the gimmicks. The shield collapses into the smaller form. Just maybe a bit about the knee articulation there, the waist articulation, and here's our weapons. We also have the two beam sabers, pretty standard. On the other side, we've just got some technical specs about the Gundam, a little bit more information about it there, and then the list price of 1,500 yen. Pretty standard HG price, I suppose. It doesn't seem too high, too low. Seems just about what I would expect, I suppose. First bag, we can see we've got our foil sticker sheets there, as well as some white and light gray. Second bag has got some yellow, red, gray, and white, everything in there. Third bag is just our beam saber effect parts, clear green polycaps, and dark blue. Let's go ahead and take a look at the manual. Of course, as we would expect from a HGUC kit, we've got this beautiful manual with our technical specs there in English, if you couldn't read the Japanese on the outside of the box. And then a really nice big photo here for reference. Looks like a really, really nice kit. On the back, we've got some more photos here showing off the articulation, gimmicks, weapons, and all of that. Down below, some more information again, probably the same information on the outside of the box, I guess. And then the color guide. Opening it up to the center page, we've got some more information about the Gundam here. And some more nice photos. Color page we'll come back to. First, let's take a look at the parts list. Here we can see we're going to be using everything except for one polycap, the polycap that's usually used for the neck. So I guess we're going to have a different part for our neck connection piece here. Let's take a look at that actually while we're here, since we're starting off with the body. Instead of that polycap, we're going to be using this piece here for the neck, so that's pretty interesting. Looks like a much nicer piece there. Instead of just a polycap, it's an actual plastic piece. Head, and then onto the arms, left arm, right arm, then onto the assembling the upper body, and onto the legs, right leg, left leg, and then onto the skirt, the waist unit, then the backpack, and then we'll go back to our color pages where we're going to be finishing up the backpack and building the weapons. Here's all of that. The beam rifle looks pretty simple, basically 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, and then about the same for the bazooka as well. So pretty simple for the accessories, but of course it is an HG. The sticker sheet, as we saw, looked pretty minimal, so that's good. Let's take a look at that now and all of the runners. Also just need to be sure to say a big thank you to MindFenix Hobby Store for sending me this kit to share with you guys. So if you guys are living in Australia, please check out their site and support them, because that in turn helps support me. So here's a look at the foil sticker sheet. We can see we've got, for the most part, just green stickers there for camera lenses, including eyes, two just plain sort of mirror foil stickers there. Those are going to be going behind the clear part on the eyes, I'm assuming, just like the previous Revive kits. And then so the really the only like color application stickers that we've got are these two yellow ones here on the shield, which I particularly don't like that color app at all. So I'll use them of course for the review, but then when I actually paint the kit I don't really plan on painting that part yellow. PC002 for our polycaps, nothing new here, and like I said, we're not going to be using this one there for the neck. SB13 for our beam saber effect parts, just standard 2013 version, so not very old. These 1/144 scale, slightly larger beam saber effect parts here. Runner A1 is going to be not quite white. It's definitely a little slightly off-white here for this color, as it should be in order to be color accurate. We can see these are just going to be all of our sort of off-white armor pieces here. And we do also have a runner A2 as well to be a copy of this quadrant of that runner. Just to go over the markings for these runners with you guys, these are going to be marked HGUC 193, 194, 1/144 scale Gundam Mk-II. So it's kind of interesting that they put the 193 and 194 number on there, seeing as how these runners are going to be used for both the number 193, which is this kit, and 194, which is the Titans version. B1 is in this very kind of light, slightly bluish gray. I'm not really a big fan of this color, but luckily I do plan on painting this eventually. But anyway, there's all our parts for the weapons. We can see the Vulcan pod is on there as well, hands, some joint parts, and all of that. We do also have runner B2, which would be a copy of this section here. Next we have runner C, which is in this dark navy color for just our darker parts for the torso, backpack, parts of the shield, and a couple other accent colors there. Then we have runner D1, which is our red parts for the feet and a couple other smaller red parts there. And then we also have D2, which is going to cover our yellow accent parts, vents, V-fin, collar parts, and vents on the legs and shoulders as well. And last but certainly not least, our E runner with just one tiny little clear green piece here for the eyes, and that's it. So just to reiterate one more time, I think this looks like it's going to be a really, really nice kit. We'll just have to see. You guys can see that in the review coming up right after this. Thank you guys for watching. Hope that was helpful for anyone who was anxious to check out this kit. Again, we'll have the Titans version coming up next after this, so if you want to stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.